since you're going to be home from school for a while without any help for tuning, thought I'd make you a little video to help you out and keep those instruments in tune. So the first thing is you want to tune your instrument as often as possible. That way you can catch any big issues and it'll actually prevent a lot of the bigger tuning problems. If you're not sure which way to turn, always make it lower. You're not going to break a string by making it lower. And so you make it lower and then you know you're too low and then you bring it back up to pitch. Okay, a couple of apps. So for Apple devices, I recommend the INS tuner. You can see that's the one over here on the left. For Android devices, I recommend Pano Tuner. So those are both free tuners. The Pano Tuner is not as good as the INS tuner. So if you are willing to spend a few bucks, this Clear Tune tuner over here is a couple dollars for Android or Apple as well. So I'm going to start with INS tuner. Show you a little bit how it works. Okay. Let's see. So you can see it there. Okay. So when you're tuning your fine tuner, I'm actually going to make it out of tune a little bit first. So when you're looking at your tuner and you play, first you're looking for it to say the right note name, right? So that was my A string, and it says A for you right there. So I know I'm close enough, I'm going to be able to tune with my fine tuners. Now because it's to the left, the indicator line, the red indicator line, is to the left of the middle. It means that I'm flat and I need to make the string sharper. So that means I'm going to turn my fine tuner clockwise to the right. About a quarter of a turn, and then check again. Okay, so I'm still flat, so I'm going to turn again, and then check again. Still flat, keep going. It's good to do it in these small increments so you don't pass where you're going. That's when we can get in trouble with breaking strings if we get too sharp. Okay, almost there. Okay, it turned yellow, which means I'm getting really close. And there it is, green right in the middle, so now my A string's in tune. Okay, so one of the things that I like about this INS Tuner app is that it also has a function where you can play the note so you can hear what it's supposed to sound like. Okay, and you can pick any of the notes and any of the octaves. Those are octave numbers at the bottom there. So cello is actually A3, not A4. So you can hear that's actually at the same octave. Okay, so that's one of the advantages of this tuner that I like a lot. I'm going to show you the Pano Tuner for Android. Looks like that. And it works pretty much the same way. So you play your string, I'm going to make it out of tune again. You play your string and it shows you with that line in the center whether you're in tune. Okay, so you see the line's not exactly centered on the A, and so I'm going to turn it because it was low, so I'm going to make it sharp again. Keep turning clockwise until I get it right in the middle. And there's that green bar at the top telling me I've made it in tune. Okay. This one doesn't have that feature where it'll play the note for you. That's why I recommended the other app, Clear Tune. It does have that feature, but again, it is a few bucks. I'll put links below so you can take a look at them for yourself. Okay, now for tuning with the pegs. Okay, if you're playing and your tuner's telling you the right name of the note when you're playing, then you can almost always do it with a fine tuner, unless you've put the fine tuner all the way down and ran out of room. Okay, so I'm actually gonna make my cello out of tune with my pegs. So these pegs are designed to work with friction. So they are tapered. They are thicker at the end that I turn from and thinner on the other end. So whenever you start tuning with a peg, the first thing you want to do is make it looser. So looser is going to be down towards you, and tighter and sharper is going to be up towards the scroll. Okay, so I'm gonna play it for you first so you see on the tuner it's showing an A flat now instead of an A. So that means I'm gonna need to use my peg because I'm not on the right pitch. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it looser, and that'll just make it so I can freely turn the peg without it getting stuck anywhere. Okay, and as I turn, I'm gonna push in so the peg will stay, and I'm gonna pluck a little bit so my tuner will tell me when I get so that I'm landing on an A. Okay, I'm getting closer. Okay, so it's showing me kind of in between an A flat and an A, and so I'm gonna turn it a little bit more, and I'm gonna make sure I really push in so the peg stays. Ooh. And so you just saw this is actually a good example. My peg just really slipped and now it's really loose. That can happen. It's not the end of the world. You just kind of got to start over again and push in more as you turn. So you see here I'm really low now. Okay, so I'm at a G flat. Oops, that's my bow. Okay, A flat. So you can see it's showing me between an A flat and an A now. I should be able, oh, doesn't want to cooperate today. So you can see this is a thing that happens. You should not freak out. You just got to apply a little more muscle. How am I doing? G, G sharp. Okay. Oops. All right, there I am again, and it stayed this time. Okay, so now I come back to the bow, and I'm going to go back to the fine tuner, turn to the right to make it sharper. Okay, I'm getting closer. There's that green bar coming right up. I'm not quite in the middle of it yet. There it is. And so now my A is in tune that way. And once you've done one string, you move on to the next string until all of your strings are in tune. So hopefully that's a good help for you guys, and we can keep your instruments in tune and keep playing until I get to see you in person again. Okay, stay safe, everybody.